All right, good morning and welcome back to the London Times. It is 21st of April, the beginning of the new week, and 12:30 a.m. Eastern now. Let's get started off with the Euro USD 4-hour chart flashing up on your screens right now. Straight away, if we look at the wave structure, I think what we are seeing right now is a potential termination of wave 3, which we were expecting earlier to be completed. I think it is getting completed now. Remember, the dollar index, we were always almost uh, talking or discussing about one more shallow low could be in place before a corrective rally could resume. Exactly the same way, I think euro is also wanting to complete wave 3 by hitting a shallow high. I'm removing this channel for now. It is quite possible that we are see either wave 3 minute is getting terminated right now as we speak. Maybe one more high is left, or wave 4 is unfolding as a complex corrective structure, expanded flat. I'm going to put wave 3 as it is where it was, because we are still not sure. I mean, the rally is 3 waves now. All right, and I'm quite sure that the wave structure and the RSI would be producing a bearish divergence. There it is. So with the bearish divergence in view, and the rally seems to be corrective right now, it is quite possible that wave 4 might unfold as an expanded flat. I think we will have to wait for that corrective wave 4. There you are. I think this is a proper channel where we are still expecting a wave 4 to decline towards 1170s or 1180s, right? So let's at this point in time, let's presume and assume that okay, it is an expanded flat in the making. Unless we see or an impulse wave, we will shift. If it rallies into 5 waves, that means wave 3 was still incomplete, and maybe wave 3 is now complete, with the wave 4 beginning to cut loose on the south side thereafter. All right, so right now we are in a double position where we would want to see the structure, whether it is corrective or an impulse. It's better to wait and sit on the sidelines. We are not committing on the long side. In fact, we already took profits last week, and still waiting on the sidelines, sitting on the sidelines, waiting for price action to unfold and develop further. All right. So that's the wave structure and the trading point of view. As far as the price action is concerned, again, this could be a bull trap. The price action needs to correct lower towards 1180 at least before resuming higher again. So we would like to refrain from committing on the long side at this point in time. All right, let's move on to the dollar index now. Somehow the I did not see the US dollar we used to follow the price of 8 cap, which is not seen right now. I don't know, due to some reason 8 cap is not coming up. So let's have a daily chart view. I think daily chart view will not show the current price action. So let's open up a fresh chart, that is Pepperstone, and the prices will differ, but I'm using an arrow here to emphasize on the third wave at a minute degree, and then we'll have to wait for the minute wave 4 and 5. This is the wave structure. All right, and if you allow me to do the retracements, okay, it went up to 109.85, and that's almost a similar price action, 110.20. So the price action would not differ. So the price highs and lows will not differ. And right now, 98.25. If you remember, 98.25 was expected to be the price target. Let me find out again. Let me try and extend the price again. There you are, 98.23. So this third wave is getting complete right now, I suppose, and there is absolutely nothing wrong in it. Let's expect wave 4 corrective rally to resume. This was an alternate count we've always been discussing, correct? So I'm not really surprised to see what I'm seeing on the chart right now. In fact, it would be better to label wave 3 minute here and now wait for minute wave 4 rally. So minute wave 4 is expected to push through 101 levels going forward. And let's see if there is a bullish divergence also. Almost a bullish divergence, isn't it? The last low of the RSI was here, around 101.35, and now we are seeing a bullish divergence. That's a good case of, but we're not insisting on buying. In fact, you can book profits right now if you're not yet done around the 98.30 mark, and let's wait for a corrective pullback. All right, it looks like it should be setting up nicely. So either this is wave 3 complete or an expanded flat wave 4 in the making. Both scenarios, we will be very happy to sit on the sidelines and wait for a rally materialize through 101 before the wave 4 terminates, and then we'll go short again. So if we kind of take a hypothetical extension for the fifth wave, let's see where it's going and terminating. It's going to be very interesting, possibly 94, 90, at least towards 95. Okay, so here we have the next potential targets. It is 96.40 and 93, gentlemen. 93.57. So that is much lower than many of the traders would be anticipating. As the dollar index, they must be beginning to cut loose on the north side. They must be thinking, but dollar index has still not done It's way far from completing its drop. Got to just be a bit careful. Pound may be initiating yet another rally, I think. So that has to change. Fibonacci has to change. Now we've got 5-wave rally materializing right now, so I'm going to change or shift wave 3 up there, and wave 4 would begin to cut loose on the south side in a while. Even the channel line would change. In fact, it would change the angle to this wave. That angle should be changing now, and also the Fibonacci retracements. All right. So maybe we've got wave 1, 2, 3, possible wave 4 in the making. It should start declining anytime soon now, because we've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 almost now completing. That is, and we need to shift this Fibonacci ratio as well. So the Fibonacci wave 3 targets are now hitting the mark. With the third wave extended, I think we need to take the targets of wave 3 extension right there. It's now terminating. Just one more wave higher, so it's fine. Maybe we can project the next wave now. It's on a hypothetical side, but whatever it is going to go much higher. I think it's almost pushing through the 1.4 mark. All right. Let's see if there is a diverging scenario as well. Where is divergence? Yes, almost there, because that was the previous peak and the current peak is lower than that. No worries as far as the divergence is concerned. So rather than committing on the long side now, I think it's almost, we already exited the trade in pound. I think we'll have to wait for a corrective decline to materialize first before initiating longs again. And finally, gold prices. Last week we were discussing about one more potential high. So that's the 4-hour chart in gold. And if you remember last week, we were discussing about one more potential high should be in place around the 75 mark before prices reverse, correct? Now we've seen that high in place early morning. So, and it's also being followed by or procured by followed by bearish divergence as well. So this thing should be noted down, and I think bearish divergences are seen not only on the 4-hour chart but also on the hourly. There you are, and I think this is the right time to believe or to start believing that a major top could be in place for gold now, and a corrective decline. See, even if the fifth wave is extending now, if that is wave 1 of 5, wave 2 of 5, and the third of 5 is extending, even in that scenario, we should see at least a corrective decline towards or back towards the 61.8%, which is 3122 or possibly 3170. There should be some kind of a corrective decline. All right. So I think we would be now poised to aggressively take a short call in the terminal in the portal. That's where I'm planning to push right after this session, and that is an aggressive trade call, right? So if you're not wanting to take that aggressive trade call, wait for price action to drop below 32.85 and then begin to short from there, all right, or sell on rallies thereafter. So 32.86 on the mark right now. That is what is most likely to happen with the bearish divergence scenarios in view in most time frames. All right. Okay, Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin has reached at least 85,000 mark and the first one. So it is quite possible that now we can begin to cut loose on the south side, or we'll wait for price action to push through the 90 mark. We'll take a call in the New York session possibly, and then take it from there. All right. So that is the we'll keep the today's session on London times a bit sharp, and we'll be back again in the New York Open. So these are the stories as we move into the London session. All right, and we'll be back in a few hours. Until that time, once again, thank you for tuning in, and please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.